Hello, hello. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. I need to know if the sound is working pretty good because my computer decided to reset, right? It's not even trying to work properly today. I don't know what's going on. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Sounds pretty good. Sounds okay. Okay. Good evening, gentlemen. Welcome to episode 160 of Yeetus' Thoughts. This topic pretty much came up after I posted something yesterday when it comes to this one meme where it says, hey, there's a person that's drowning, and then a hand extends out to that person that's drowning, and then they do a high five saying, be a man. But then the homie, and yes, the picture is Jesus helping out Peter, say, hey, I'm willing to help you out. And I've noticed a lot of comments that were very different, very vast from each other, right? So what I mean by that is one side is saying, "Oh yeah, man, homies are great. Homies, they're the best people that you can have, whether it's just one or two people, great homies." But the other side is a lot of men saying, there's no such thing as homies. You here out in this world on your own. You can't trust nobody. You know, you leave on your own when you die and all that stuff. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, wait a minute. I was like, hold up, hold up. I don't think they got the gist of the meme that I was trying to put out there. And I did put out a poll today when it comes to what did you guys want me to talk about. And you know what? I'm gonna speak on both, but the first thing I'm gonna talk about is men. We are all we got. We are all we got. I'm not just talking about any man, gentlemen. I'm talking about the ones that actually upholds morals, values, some type of boundaries, standards, etc. Some things that are very crucial, very vital in the very essence of a healthy society. There's not that many of us left. Unfortunately, in today's day and age, we are the minority. We are the minority when it comes to, hey, maybe kids shouldn't be worrying about transitioning. Maybe teachers shouldn't be teaching kids about their sexuality. Maybe female teachers shouldn't be messing around with young teenage boys. And then the list goes on. But anytime a man that has these type of qualities tries to speak up and put their foot down, the entirety of society and women just crashes upon him, right? Because there's only so much a one person can do. Even though that one person is definitely brave and heroic, in my opinion, to even speak out about the craziness that's going on, I'm not even done with the list. I'm not even done with the list. Sending drag queens into middle and high schooler auditoriums where they can do sexual dances and shit. Drag queens where the parents are there. The parents are there. Not even the middle school, high schoolers, grade schoolers are at this area where clearly nobody that is under 18 should be in. And on top of that, gentlemen, you already know the memes that I've been showing a couple of times on how comfortable these predators, yes, I'll say predators and I'll say groomers, are getting on social media when it comes to, oh, age is just nothing but a number. Age, blah, blah, blah. Well, a bullet is just brass. A jail cell is just a room. A knife is just made out of steel. They don't want men like us to uphold morality when it comes to today's society. They don't want it. They don't want it whatsoever. Any type of man that says, "Hey, this shit is not right. I don't know why this is even existing in the first place. This needs to stop." Bam! Immediately, he loses everything. He loses everything. He loses his job. For some reason, somehow, his reputation is ruined because of social media. Eventually, he will have to seclude himself from society, and God forbid he has a family, right? Because I guarantee you, if he loses his job and his reputation is tarnished according to society, you already know how women are. Women, their biggest, how do you say, influence is society. I repeat, their biggest influence is society. They're going to listen a lot harder to what society wants compared to what the husband wants. 9 times out of 10. They're going to listen to what society says is right or wrong. So if the husband loses his job and then for some reason, the online community, right, like Twitter, wants to cancel that husband, he's he has his pink slip. He's already on his way out the house. It's game over for him. He has to leave. Gentlemen, have you noticed the downward spiral of society that's happening right now? Have you noticed the insanity that's happening? None of this was happening per se until the father was removed from the household. I repeat, none of this was happening on this scale until fathers for decades were removed from the household. I know I'm right. I'm not the one that's crazy. At first, I'm like, you know what? Am I the crazy one that's speaking all this righteous stuff? No. Society is the one that's getting out of fucking control because at the same time, you already know about the Godfather, right? Uh Don Vito Corleone. Okay. He made a famous quote that he said to his son, Michael Corleone. Okay. He says, "Hey, women and children are allowed to be careless, but not men." I repeat, women and children are allowed to be careless, but not men. And this was said in the early 1970s. What do you mean by that, Sir Yeetus? I'll let you know. Women and children are allowed to be careless. So that means they got so much privilege up the ass right now when it comes to doing the most heinous, most craziest, most, I don't even know how to describe it. It's the craziest shit right now. Craziest. Just imagine how much craziness is happening when it comes to a single mother and the child. No father figure in sight, no father in sight, no husband in sight, no fiance in sight, no dad in sight, no grandpa in sight. So of course she's gonna run amok, and the child is gonna be looking at what she's doing. The child's gonna be looking at what his single mother is doing or what her single mother is doing, and they're gonna follow the same footsteps. Gentlemen, this is why I say we are definitely the only ones we got at this point. Definitely the only ones. Gentlemen, you're not even allowed to correct your children when they're wrong anymore, depending on where you are. You're not even allowed to even correct your child. You're not even allowed to enforce the rules of your own household to your child. You're supposed to sit down like a good little wallet while your children and your wife just runs amok and you can't do shit about it because you already know the government will be coming down with that pip hand and try to smack you down if you ever try to enforce any type of rules on them. Oh, oh, what are you doing? No, you can't be out that late. Oh, what are you doing? You don't can't have a girls' night. Oh, what are you doing? What do you mean you've been smoking some good shit up in high school? What the hell are you doing? What do you mean you you have to hang out with the football team after practice? What the fuck you talking about? A lot of men are unable to speak up or they're too afraid to speak up. I repeat, a lot of men are too afraid to speak up or they're just unable to speak up. In my opinion, that's the core shit of what's going on in society today. I see you guys' comments. I'm just going on my little rant. I don't worry. I'll read your comments very soon. So at the end of the day, gentlemen, at the end of the day, when I say we are all that we got, I mean it in various aspects. Various aspects. And we'll break it down very soon. But before I read the comments, if you want to support your boy Sir Yeetus, there's a link on top of the chat, Cash App. That's the best possible way to donate because the money goes directly to me. But you can also do super chat or super thanks. Any type of donation is appreciated. But if you cannot donate, I don't really care. I'm not making a big deal. Just sit back and relax and continue to listening to my rants. Okay. Okay, let me see how far I can go. Henak Tadesi, society has spiraled to chaos since 2015. There are always new, crazy, and dangerous trends. It's 2015. I wouldn't. Okay, I wouldn't. Would I say 2015? Honestly, I'll say 2017, 2018 is when I noticed things got dramatically bad. You're not wrong, right? Because this is just an estimate. It's just an estimate. But what I'll say personally is 2017, 2018, when things are just kind of like crazy. I can't even describe it. Hermit, what's going on, man? Women and children are loved unconditionally. A man is only loved for the condition he can provide. Yes. Yes, I love the famous Chris Rock quote. I love it so much because he's speaking facts. He's speaking facts. Oh, but men only uh love their women if they look good enough. No, 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 no. Okay. Only the top people, right? Chad Tyrone, people looking like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson would have that privilege, have that right as a man, being the pretty much apex of everybody else, to just say, you know what, you're 10 pounds too big, you got to go. Okay, majority of men, they marry down. Majority of men, they get with women that are not on their level. Right? Oh, what are you saying, Siri? Nah, be quiet. Because women, they get with men that are above them. That's what they want. So I don't want to hear any type of, oh, you sexist. Shut up. So when it comes to that aspect, a man gets with a woman hoping she doesn't change. A woman gets with a man hoping he does change within her vision and stuff. But I have not seen that many men going around running amok and just getting nothing but constant vajayjay. No. If you are the wife or you're the father, if you're the mother of his kids and all that stuff, it'd be very difficult for him to say, "Oh, okay, yeah, you're a little bit chubby now. Go ahead and leave." Majority of men don't do that. So that's not an excuse to me. Men, women, and children, they are simple, right? They base their decisions on emotions primarily. And if you are not able to make them feel good, if you're not able to make them feel comfortable in that very second, they will go from lovey dovey to literally a scorned fucking entity, okay? They're not worried about sacrifice. They ain't worried about that. Give them what they want within a certain amount of time. And if you run out of time, she is already looking somewhere else. The children, even though they don't know any better, they're not going to be feeling good towards you. That's just life. Hey, Tadesi again, or Tadisi. You gotta let me know how to say your name. It's truly sad that the nuclear family will no longer be the norm in the near future. Gentlemen, please make sure to shape for children life the way you see fit. Like I already said before, if you already have children currently, the best thing you need to do right now, in my opinion, is to not send them to a public school. You need to have some type of private school if there's any legit private schools left that leaves out all of that LGBTQIA alphabet community, sexual deviance out of the fucking classroom. Okay. Once again, these are grade schoolers that I'm talking about. Grade schoolers are learning about this shit. Grown ass adults that are in charge of the school are bringing in drag queens are dancing on a stripper pole and shit. At this point, yeah, the nuclear family, until something like a big catastrophe happens, it's going to be disappearing. It's going to disappear. Remember, gentlemen, the only reason things got that far when it comes to our society is because how comfortable it has gotten. What we have in America, way too comfortable compared to the rest of the world. That's why all this crazy shit is happening. Once again, I explained this before. Men back then, we had the responsibility, but we had the authority. Men right now in 2022, we have 110% of the responsibility, but men have little to no authority whatsoever. I will be shocked if a man has authority. If a man has authority, most likely he's rich or he won the genetic lottery, because that's one of the only people that women will truly listen to these days. Channel, what's going on? Thank you for the generous 10 New Zealand dollars. I greatly appreciate it. Salute, Sir Yeet. Affections to all the people and familia in here. If one of us rock, we all rock. We only have us unless Riggs Jr. farts. Oh my God, Riggs! I'm sure you got some comeback for that one. Uh, I could. Humor is everything, brothers. Yes, humor is definitely everything. Humor is also the only thing that we have at this point. That's it. And that is it. Because I'm sure you guys noticed recently there are just more and more and more channels popping up when it comes to, oh, I'm a woman, but I'm red pilled, or oh, I'm hyper masculine, but let me give you this course that you have to pay 10 easy payments of $300, right? And I'm talking about grifters and then women that claim they are red pilled. Once again, I still don't believe women can be red pilled. If they truly want to help men, if they truly are for the sake of men, why don't they boycott? Why don't they say with utmost certainty of the unjust laws in the marriage court and in the family courts that men have to go through every day? Why aren't they willing to speak on that? Oh, it's because they still benefit from it. I repeat, they don't speak on those type of issues because they still benefit from it. They're all for regurgitating everything that we've been saying for the last 8 to 9 years. But as soon as we get to the nitty gritty of the factor of, hey, if I'm truly going to be helping out men, I'm going to have to give up some power through the marriage and family courts. Silence. Nothing. Nada. Zip. Gentlemen, I'm telling you, man, like it's getting to the point where the manosphere is literally getting taken over, right? At this point, I don't consider myself part of the manosphere. I know a lot of you people watch stuff from the manosphere, but I don't consider myself part of it because at this, like I'm telling you, it's getting taken over. It took a minute, right? It took a lot longer than I expected, but after 8 to 9 years of this place being prevalent, it's been invaded. It's literally been invaded. England MGTOW, yeet. I love the streams when it's only you. Yeah, I've noticed a lot of people they got very annoyed when me and Gray go at it. um, and once again, I am the person that likes to finish an argument. So I was definitely pressing Gray. I didn't know he was going through all that stuff, but I'm not the person that says, "Oh, okay, next, next." No, we don't do next here. We get to the bottom of the shit. At the end of the day, we agree to disagree. That dismissive or oh, let's just talk about something else. That's not my forte. And it's nothing against him. Nothing against him whatsoever. Once again, he was going through some stuff, and that's the reason why I pressed him, and that's the reason why he kind of lashed out. But I'm the type of person that says, hey, we're not going anywhere until we finish this conversation. We're not going anywhere until this topic is truly discussed. Joshua Sinclair. Yeah, did everybody in Chad just hear about what happened? There was a wife who should have just killed her kids to get back at the husband and still blames him for it. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Like that type of situation is not uncommon actually. Like it's been happening since forever, right? Like whenever uh she doesn't get what she wants, she will act very, 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 very irrationally, right? A scorned woman, right? Once again, scorned woman. I'm not saying that men do it, but let's not exclude that women they do it as well. I don't even know how often, but I definitely know stories where women they will literally uh yeet their own kids just to get back at the father. Hell, there's millions of stories, right? Especially when you go to those abortion clinics. Uh, I Wi-Fi. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I say your name right. Sir Yeeted. You hear about the man from Spirit Airlines being suspended because he hit a woman who hit him first and was getting in his personal space. Women have no fear or respect for any man. I saw the video actually. I saw the video not that long ago. That's just the gist of what's going on today, gentlemen. Once again, it's a giant shit test from women in general. At this point, with the you know knowing that the if a man tries to defend himself, he has to deal with his reputation be ruined. He has to deal with the police that are going to arrest him. He has to deal with losing his job, all this stuff, just because he defended himself. But at the end of the day, he already know at a certain point, enough is enough. Enough is enough. And I literally saw him like chasing her down because she put her hands on him first. And I'm like kudos to him. Kudos to him, because I'm a big advocate of equal rights and left. You're not gonna go into another man's grown man ass face like you some other dude on the street acting like you're gonna do something, and then if you do something, you act like you're not gonna get touched back. Lady, it is 2022. It is not the 1960s. Oh, did I use the feminist rhetoric against him? Oh, yeah, it's 2022 now. You advocated that men and women are equal in all aspects. So don't be surprised if a man is a big advocate of equal rights and lefts. And the biggest thing that pissed me off about that video is that white knight motherfucker and the security guards as well. They didn't do shit. They didn't do shit when she was all up in his space. He didn't go to her. She went to him, and then she put her hands on him, and they still didn't do nothing. But as soon as a man decides to defend himself, all of a sudden they want to come to the rescue. This is what I'm talking about, gentlemen. This is what I'm talking about with the fucked up mindset was going on today. Too fucked up. If you don't want to get hit, keep your hands to yourself. It's not that fucking hard. Jared Juggernaut, amen. You just keep preaching truth. Oh, you already know I'm about to preach truth. You already know. I'm getting kind of crazy, because that one video that he was talking about, that definitely did piss me off. That pissed me off. Unwanted contriver. I'm pretty sure I said it right. Women are hardwired for survival. They know demographic change is coming their way. Taliban has a pivot. I wouldn't even say demographic. I say they know that there is something big on the horizon that is going to be making them very hard to be strong and independent. Something's going to be happening in the future where they can't just be boasting about, oh yeah, I'm still strong and independent, I don't need a man, but. Listen, gentlemen, this feminist shit, and I agree with Kevin Samuels, right? And there's a lot of things I don't agree with him with. But Kevin Samuels says feminism is a privilege of the first world, right? Where they have everything so comfortable, so nice and snuggly, where they can get everything just by going to a grocery store or store. They want to boast about men are obsolete and shit. Like, that's the stupidest shit I ever heard, right? That's how I know that a lot of women in today's society, they live in their own little bubble. They don't think about the process to even get all the clothes and the food and the oil and all the stuff in place. They don't. I got some chicken. Where did the chicken come from? I don't know. The chicken just appeared at the grocery store, right? Of course, men didn't do any type of logistics. Of course, men didn't butcher the chicken to make sure that it is edible. Oh, the chicken just appeared. So men are useless now. Like, do you just hear the stupidity? Like, it is nonsense. Oh, Lordy. Hermit, the POA red pill grifters are ruined the manosphere. Yeah, not just the POAs, but all these women coming out of nowhere trying to put their own definition, their own little spin on what the red pill is in the first place, right? They want to not make it sound as bad so their sisterhood won't look bad. There's plenty of channels popping up right now, plenty of podcasts popping up right now, talking about the same shit over and over, not really trying to get to the meat and the potatoes. They just want to say the same thing over and over. So the unfortunate men, and usually young men, that watches that content are gullible enough to give money to those type of people that gives no substance. No substance. There's hundreds of channels like mine, hundreds of channels like um Ribby or Poor Man Podcast or MTR or Strong Successful Male. I can go endless, endless. But because we keep it real, and these new pop-up channels are being fake as fuck, they're the ones that are getting the most spotlight. The algorithm likes them. Algorithm hates channels like mine. It's very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Channel, another donation. Thank you very much. 5 New Zealand dollars. I appreciate it. The bigger we grow, the more they came at us, bro. Males, females, it does not matter. A few exceptions, though. I'm humble OP. Osman. Well, the manosphere already got invaded the moment MGTOW got labeled as a hate group, and the former PUAs got to the mix, but that's just a few. Oh yeah, there's plenty of factors. Plenty of factors. But the two main factors is PUAs and the female red pill channels, right? Quote unquote red pill channels. Like it just blows my mind. How are you going to take advice from a person that's never even lived or experienced what you went through? Why will you ever? Once again, I'm gonna quote Bill Burr. It's like me explaining about the third trimester and what to expect. That's pretty much the gist of what's going on right now. It's like me going out to a woman and explaining to her how a period feels, and this is how a period works. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. No, none. And then eventually you'll see the PUAs and the female quote unquote red pill content creators. They will sneak in their little links when it comes to like OnlyFans, or sneak in their little links when it comes to their website so you can pay for their online coaching and all that shit. I am very transparent with you guys when it comes to any type of, oh, you're going to pay for this so you can get that. Bam. And I don't have to charge $1 million just to tell you, just be confident, bro. Just be confident. I don't know what's your problem, bro. I'm glad that you paid around $3,000, but just be confident. That's all you need to do. All right, bye-bye. Oh, I am very far behind when it comes to comments. Oh my god. Uh, Henok, feminism is a luxury in first world countries. You don't see second or third world countries entertaining feminism because they see it as something unnecessary. It's beyond unnecessary. Honestly, I think it's been created as a toxic fucking mindset, a horrible ideology. Because look at what's happening right now. And I do believe powers to be allow this to flourish and become invasive, not just in the West, but now it's spreading around the world. And Light of MGTOW, I'm definitely going to get into that very soon. They are doing it because the evictions are spiking. Oh, and they know this, and they know this. IY fan. Look at Australia when men quit working the subway for one day. Every woman could quit today. Things would probably actually be done better. Hey, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. How much men contribute to society compared to how women contribute to society at this moment, it is one sided. Because once again, gentlemen, we built we built and maintain a certain establishment. Okay, that's what we do. We build and maintain and establish. We build and maintain a community, society, all that stuff. And then these radical feminists out of nowhere will wants to come in and take over. Right? Please tell me one instance where a woman or a group of women actually built their own community, actually built their own establishment, actually made things good enough to the point where they're able to uh, do any surplus in today's economy. I already know there's a couple of them that tried. There's a couple of them that tried, but failed miserably. So until that day comes, I definitely agree with you. What you're saying, man. Lionel MGTOW, a male feminist, just put out another smear piece. They are trying to con bachelors into seeking relationships. See, and oh, that's the funny part, right? That is the craziest part because they really believe that, hey, you guys are just being brainwashed. You guys are being taken control of. How dare you listening to these red pill, MGTOW, black pill, whatever it is, guys? Oh no, you need to come back to the plantation. Come here, take my hand. Come here. Let me bring you to your nearest wife that will ruin your life in a few years. But don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just put a ring on her. Just put that ring on her, please. Please. Okay, now go ahead and be a good wage slave and work for the next 40 years until halfway she takes all your stuff and you're not able to retire. You have to work for the rest of your life to maintain her lifestyle. Please, please go ahead. Oh, I forgot to mention your kids are going to hate you for the rest of your life. Come on, come on. I'm not. Oh, gentlemen, it is crazy. Give me 1 second, gentlemen. All right, I got a super chat through Cash App. Thank you very much. No sympathy for the generous donation. He says, show this trailer. I will definitely show this trailer if I can, if we have time, because I definitely got to get into the other stuff. But once again, greatly appreciate that you donated. And just to shill again, if you want to support your boy Sir Yeetus, there's a link on top of the chat. There's pretty much Cash App / Sir Yeetus. That's the best possible way to donate because the money goes directly to me. But you can also do super chat or super thanks. Any type of donation is appreciated. But if you cannot donate, it's whatever. Okay, no big deal. I don't really, care per se, right? The money's for more art, more everything, pretty much. It's for the investment of the channel. So let's continue the ramblings. So, male feminists, in my opinion, is on the same caliber as simps. Same caliber as simps. I despise simps. I despise them with a passion, right? But I don't really make it too crazy because a lot of simps they don't know any better, right? They were raised on that simpatry. They were raised to be that weak, frail, effeminate men. But male feminists, usually they're in college or whatever. They should know better by now. They're not stupid. They're not stupid. So I don't have love for male feminists whatsoever. Oh man, it's not good whatsoever. I actually saw that, Henok. Did you see the news about a woman trying to poison her husband using antifreeze? Yeah, wasn't it the wife and the mother-in-law abusing the husband? I'm pretty sure it was the wife and the mother-in-law abusing the husband. That was crazy. There's a whole video, gentlemen, of a woman pouring antifreeze into this guy's food and stuff. Wow. And then they want to act like, oh, why do you want to get married? Why do you want to get married, Sir Yeetus? This is why. This is why. And I'm gonna get to the next topic. There are very desperate times in today's society right now, gentlemen. Very desperate. Desperate to the point where you already know they're gonna be on some bullshit when their standards are gonna drop dramatically. Not all of them, right? Because I'm sure there will be a few of them. They will much rather jump off a cliff than to date a guy that's 5'9". But majority of these women, they are going to be dramatically lowering their standards very soon. They're going to be dropping it because as inflation is not getting better, as the war is getting more intense, as there is a lot of animosity, a lot of tension in the air. I'm sure you guys feel it. There's a lot of tension right now in the air. We know something's up. Something's going to happen. At least sometime this year. Something's going to happen. Something big. And these women know it too. They know it too. In fact, I didn't really see as many women having hot girl summer than the previous years. I have not really been seeing them out and about trying to thought it up. Probably because they're broke, right? Because you gotta pay for gas, they gotta pay for the groceries that were also affected by inflation. They gotta pay for their electricity, they gotta pay for their rent, also got affected by inflation. Um, I saw this. Sotunar, and seven women shall seize one man in that day. And they shall say to him, we will eat our bread and we will wear our clothes. Only let us be called by your name and take away our shame. That is Isaiah 4:1, right? Let me know. Is that what it is? Is that the quote from the Bible? Isaiah 4:1? Or was it Isaiah 4:3? He's not wrong either. It's going to get to that point, gentlemen. What are you talking about, Sir Yeetus? What are you talking about? Bruh, just go ahead and look at what happened to Venezuela. And I'm going to keep saying that is a perfect example of what may or most likely is going to happen in the West. When there is a crash, there's going to be a lot of desperate women out there. I ain't gonna say there won't be any desperate men too. There's gonna be desperate men, but I'll guarantee you there'll be a lot more desperate women than desperate men. Because do you really think that a good amount of them have the actual skills or the actual labor to go out there and work for resources? No. I will say wholeheartedly, majority of them don't have the skills to do manual labor. Because once again, once the or if the economy crashes, all you have is what can you do in order to get these resources, right? It's not really about money anymore. It's about, do you want food? Do you want certain equipment? Do you need a place to stay? What can you do that will help me out? We're gonna go back to that. Go back to that trading, right? uh and what happened in Venezuela? Majority of women, they left Venezuela. They escaped Venezuela. They went throughout the Central Americas, and then eventually they made it to around Mexico. And and along the way, you've seen an influx of streetwalkers. Streetwalkers. There were stories of women literally busting it wide open just so they can have a meal. A meal. It's not about money anymore. Meal so they can eat because the Venezuelan economy got so bad, they literally had to resort. A lot of families had to resort of eating rotting food from garbage cans. They had to get rotten meat and other rotten stuff, and then cook it in a stew, hoping to kill majority of the bacteria. And then I'm gonna put out Ukraine once again, gentlemen. They want to be feminist so bad. The West wants to be feminist so bad until it's time to be feminist. I repeat, they want to be feminist until it's time to be feminist. Play that equality card. When shit is in dire situation, I'm talking about being invaded, dire situation. All of a sudden, they don't want to be feminists anymore. And Ukraine is a perfect example. When things get dire as the Venezuelan economic crash, all of a sudden they don't want to be feminists anymore. They don't want to be able to do manual labor for resources anymore. They latch on to any man they can possibly find that can give them some type of security and protection. That's what's going to happen. Yet they want me to take them seriously? Come on, bro. Come on. Hey, Shaka, what's going on, man? What is going on? It's been a very long day for me, but I'm glad I'm able to talk with you guys when it comes to this type of conversation. Because once again, gentlemen, at the end of the day, who can we truly rely? We can't rely on the women, right? Because the women are going to be relying on us when shit gets crazy. Women will be relying on us when shit gets hard. They want to boast and beat their chest like, "Oh yeah, well we're better than men. Men are obsolete. Men should just go to war and die. That's all they're good for." Yes, that's what they said. It's on the internet. It's on YouTube. You can look it up. But as soon as things gets a little bit tough, they throw all that shit out the window and look at the nearest man saying, "Oh, help me, save me, yeah, please." But here's the kicker. We actually have evidence. We actually have proof. We actually caught women in 4K of the atrocities they are willing to do when shit is too good. That's what a lot of people can comprehend. And of course, kids are going to be kids. So, besides relying on yourself, the only other people you are able to rely on are the men to your left and right. I'm talking about the people that you can trust. I'm not saying trust these people 100% completely, but surrounding the people that you've known for a while, or the people that actually showed some type of loyalty to you, actually showed that they're willing to put their neck out for you, right? I ain't saying, oh, 10, 20 guys. I know personally one or two guys that are willing to freaking take a bullet for me, and I will do the same for them. And yes, in 2022, unfortunately, especially in if you're in the Western society, that's hard to find. That's very hard to find because a man shows his love through sacrifice. That's just what we do. We don't talk about, oh, you so lovey dovey, you this, you that, you're the best. No, 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 no. We show through actions, and with our actions, we show through sacrifice. I'm not saying that they have to risk their lives. I'm not saying, but though these type of friends are willing to do everything within their power to make sure that you're good. So once again, I know you're good by yourself as a man. I'm sure you're well prepared, well equipped to deal with anything that life throws at you. But what if one day life catches you slipping and just start beating the fuck out of you, right? Like he just jumps you in the black alley. Because life does that to a majority of men. They just catches you off guard one day and just fucking start beating on you. You got that one or two friends that are willing to extend their hands like, "Hey, I got you, bro. I got you. I hope you get back. I hope you get back on your feet." And fuck the paying back part. You're the homie. You know, you don't even have to pay me back. I am willing to help you because you showed me that you actually give a fuck about me. You actually show some type of loyalty. You actually show some type of integrity. So that's the biggest thing when I say when it comes to the meme, right? Because the meme that I posted, I think it was yesterday, society don't give a fuck about men, really, especially in 2022. So besides society and women in general shitting on men like we're below dogs, the few men that you surround yourself in your life are one of the only people in this world that are willing to pick you up when you're down. Like, think about it. Think about it. Do you know how many times model women they left their husbands immediately when they've fallen ill, when they've fallen off on financial times, when he's unable to pay for the house, when he's unable to work because he fucked up his legs or he developed an illness? You saw how quick many of these women are just like, you know what? I'm out of here. To divorce their husbands immediately. Bam, gone. There was this one video of a woman leaving her husband while he was recovering from surgery. See, that's what I'm talking about, gentlemen. That's the difference. Women are not a fan of accountability or responsibility in general, unless it involves themselves or most of the time their kids. Right? But even then, there's a bunch of single mothers dropping off their kids with their grandparents. But that's besides the point. They're only in it for themselves. The only men that you surround yourself in your life, they're the only ones that will stick with you when you're at your lowest. So once again, I'm not saying being gullible and trust people 100%. But all I'm saying is, if you really have those real ones, if you really have those good friends, besides your family, besides women, besides society, they're one of the only ones that will actually help you out. All right, let me read this right quick. Real talk. Thank you for the generous $10 donation. I appreciate it, bro. Let the simps and buses die for them. Austin Holloman exposed how it's inverted here versus the rest of the world. Black Round 313 had a live stream yesterday from Colombia. All men should watch. Stack and dip. I only was able to watch around 5 to 10 minutes, but Black Ram was definitely speaking facts. He was definitely not wrong. And I think he was very passionate about it. Like he was spitting facts. Studio, thank you for the $2 donation. What is the main thing all women want? Answer: more. Yeah, that's it. They just want more. They just want more. And yeah, you can say, "Sir Yeetus, but it's hypergamy. It's hypergamy. What are you doing, man?" See, this difference between hypergamy and unchecked hypergamy. Okay. Hypergamy, a woman will eventually understand that this is the best possible option that she has in order to raise a well-off family, able to give birth and take care of a family, get married, blah blah blah. Unchecked hypergamy is this woman is looking for uh, a better looking version of Chris Evans that has $1 billion and he's a surgeon and he uh, can get millions of women if he wanted to, but he only looks at her alone and on that 50 Shades of Grey shit. So she's going to be looking for a man for years to come or for the rest of her life. She'll be looking for a man that doesn't even exist. Hermit. Okay, I fished my cash app. It's issue. Thought they were going to screw me over for a minute. What are you talking about, Hermit? What happened? Hopefully, cash app is good. One more show before we we'll start to wind down after this one. If you guys want to support your boy Sir Yeetus, there is a link on top of the chat, Cash App /Sir Yeetus. Best possible way to donate because the money goes directly to me. But you can also do super chat or super thanks. Okay. Any type of donation is appreciated. If you can't, it's whatever. Just continue listening to my ramblings. At the end of the day, gentlemen, at the end of the day, I put these two topics together because a lot of you guys want me to speak on both. It's because who will be in charge of rebuilding when shit goes down? Ben, you don't have to, but once again, we've been doing this for thousands of years. Actually, we've been doing it since the beginning. Eventually, communities will come back, right? If shit hits the fan and shit goes nuts and everything goes down, communities will eventually return. So, of course, they're going to be looking at the men to make sure things are good. But here's the difference. In today's society, whatever happens in the future, in today's society, the young men or the men my age or even the older men, you guys saw the proof. You guys saw what was in the pudding when it comes to social media on how vicious, how disgusting, how morbid, how degenerate modern women can get when things get so comfortable to the point where they really believe that men should die. They really believe that, oh, I have a boy baby, I'm gonna get it aborted. Oh, they really believe that, hey, men ain't shit, I'm good by myself. I don't need a family. Career mode. I'm a bad bitch. Hot girl summer. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and do all of these adult movies and then blame men for the very contract I chose to sign, right? They want to do whatever the fuck they want and then blame men at the end of the day. That's crazy. That's crazy. So, as things get a little bit more intense as months go by, because it will get more intense, just realize, just realize at the end of the day, if you have loved ones close to you, that's one thing. But when it comes to any brothers you have, I'm talking about your closest friends, they're also crucial when it comes to what's going to be approaching. Because the people saying winter is coming, winter is coming. Winter didn't come yet. You'll know when winter is coming, and you'll know when winter is here. It's not here yet. Think on that, gentlemen. Think on it. Because this is very crazy what's going on in society. I know countless channels they spoke on this as well, but not in depth that I am explaining. Not in depth that I'm explaining. They're letting drag queens in church, right? Little kids are getting indoctrinated with LGBT, even though they're not even supposed to. All these radical feminists or leftists are saying that their literally newborn baby is trans. Letting female teachers that clearly raped, not sexual abuse, raped a 13-year-old, a 13-year-old man, not man, 13-year-old boy. She only got 60 days in jail. The list can go on and on, gentlemen. Things are spiraling out of control. When I kept saying for the last few months, this is Sodom and Gomorrah, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. But for some reason, it's still our fault, right? It's still the traditional man's fault, right? If we do something, we're fucked up. If we don't do anything, we're fucked up. It's a lose lose situation that society purposely put men in so we can let the women and children run amok. And then the state is able to rake in the rewards when it comes to divorce and family courts. But if you still want to donate, hey, you already know the Cash App will be in the description, will be in the comments, whatever it is. Thank you everybody that currently donated, because I really need to get this rant off my chest. Because people want to pretend that nothing's happening. People want to pretend that nothing's crazy is going on, even though I've been posting countless memes on how crazy shit's getting. These predators, and yes, predators, are getting way too comfortable speaking their fucking mind on social media. That's how bad it's getting. They're getting way too comfortable at this point. And with other things that's going on in the West and around the world, I really don't see a good ending coming out of this. I really don't. I'm gonna keep it real. But I am out, y'all. Thank you for participating. I don't want to make this too long because I'm sure you guys have a pretty interesting Friday evening to go out and have a good time or just chill and watch Netflix. Hopefully, you guys enjoy a bunch of gems that were dropped on you today. And I am out. Peace.